Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Vashan, aka VG07TV, and I just want to give you guys my take on this new tax reform bill. I will say that I'm very excited about this tax reform, man. For the first time in a long time, man, we are really seeing things change right before our eyes. And one of the things that, well, I got like my friends, they come to me and they've asked me, so is this tax bill a good thing or a bad thing? Because you hear all these different things that can happen, all these different scenarios. So before I even really get into I have a few highlights I'm gonna share. But before I even get into that, I just want you to think about this. Now, I think we can all agree on one thing, that the current tax code has a lot of different loopholes and really benefits the rich and the wealthy. I think we all can agree there, regardless of whether you're liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, black, white, blue, green, orange, purple. I think we all can agree on that. So once we understand this, then think, why would we be hearing that the new tax reform is a bad thing? Because think about it, who you're getting that information from. Even though you think you're getting it from, you're really getting it from the same people. So, I just want to say this, that this tax reform, regardless of what you're hearing about it, it will be good for the American people. And I'm going to tell you, starting February 1st, when you start seeing more money on your paychecks, you're going to really appreciate what's happening right now. See, because like I said, money talks. And once you start seeing more of your money, I'm telling you this is what's going to happen. You're going to see more money. You're going to start getting more money back on your returns. It's going to be a lot simpler and easier to do your returns. You're going to see this whole tax system simplify, because that's exactly what's happening. The old tax code was over 73,000 pages. Last I heard, they're trying to get this one down to about 50 pages. So it'll be a document that anybody can go and read and try to get a good understanding for if they really wanted to. But let me go ahead and get into some of these highlights and it's not just about taxes, just so you know. So this is the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. So what they're really doing is they're creating a system to where companies will be able to hire people and pay people more. Now, Comcast and AT&T are doing some kind of merger, and they're already saying, Comcast is saying they're going to come in and they're supposed to be paying frontline employees, over 100,000 of them, $1,000 bonuses, because of this tax reform. So that's just going to be great for people. I mean, if I got $1,000 bonus right now, I'd be a very happy man. So check this out. This is what we have going on here. So they're going to be lowering individual taxes. And it sets the tax rates at 0% for those who don't pay taxes. Of course, you're not going to be taxed because you're not paying any taxes on anything you're working. So then there are going to be tax rates at 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37%. So people can keep more of their hard-earned money. Of course, those are going to be in different income brackets. I don't have the exact income brackets listed here, but like I said, you'll be keeping more of your hard-earned money. So it's going to significantly increase the standard deduction to protect roughly double the amount of what you can earn each year from taxes, from $6,350 and $12,700 under current law to $12,000 and $24,000 for individuals and married couples respectively. So pretty much it's going to be the different things you can write off on your taxes and make deductions for. You'll be able to increase those amounts based on your marital status. Continues to allow people to write off the cost of state and local taxes, just like the current law of $10,000, gives individuals and families the ability to choose among sales, income, and property taxes to best fit their unique circumstances. So that's something that's not changing. So you'll still be able to write off the cost of state and local taxes. Here in Florida, we don't have state taxes. And then, so these are some of the different things that'll be helping for American families. So these are the working middle class families mostly that these will benefit. But like I said, they'll really benefit everybody until you hit a certain bracket, which I'm actually going to get into that right now. So they're going to be expanding the child tax credit from $1,000 to $2,000 to single filers and married couples to help parents with the cost of raising children. The tax credit is fully refundable up to $1,400 and begins to phase out for families making over $400,000. Parents must provide a child's valid Social Security number in order to receive this credit. So They're also going to be preserving the child independent care tax credits, and they're going to be preserving the adoption tax credits. And all right, so they're going to be preserving the mortgage interest deduction. So homeowners, you'll still be able to write off your mortgage interest. So they're going to be providing relief with expensive medical bills by expanding the medical expense reduction for 2018 and 2019 for medical expenses exceeding 7.5% of adjusted gross income and rising to 10% beginning in 2020. So that's a really good thing for a lot of people. Like, I had knee surgery a few years back, and being able to write off some of my medical bills was a really good thing. But I had medical, and I still have outstanding medical bills from that. I didn't have insurance at the time of the injury, and I was able to write off some of it, but I have, $200,000-$300,000 medical bills that are just, but you'll be able to now get more of that back, which is awesome. So they're going to continue and expand the deduction for charitable contributions. So people can continue to donate to their local church and charity or community organization. So, and I think I really like giving, and I think we should give locally, because that's where we see the money really funnel back into our communities, and I think that's really important, because when we donate, we want to see it funnel back into our communities. So and they're going to eliminate the Obamacare individual mandate penalty tax, providing families with much needed relief and flexibility to buy the health care that's right for them if they choose, which is a really good thing, because I don't know if you guys understood what Obamacare did to a lot of lower income people. And if you really did the research, you would see some different things. But it really hurt a lot of people, in the sense of, if you didn't have Obamacare, they could penalize you on your taxes. And also, there was a lot of different individual mandates. You could actually go to jail for not having insurance in some cases, which, like I said, do your own research on that. You can look it up. I'm sure you can find the information. But it maintains the earned income tax credit to provide important tax relief for low-income Americans working to build better lives for themselves. So, a lot of the things for you see a trend here. A lot of things tend to benefit working in lower middle class families. So, you'll start to get some growth out of those societies. So, improve savings vehicles for education by allowing families to use 529 accounts to save for elementary, secondary, and higher education. So that's just like it's a contribution you can do, it's not exactly like a 401k, but it's a 529 account, so you'll be able to use it for higher education instead of what it's normally used for, which I'm not 100% sure on. I'm not a financial guru, but I know that's the kind of the idea of it. I'm not 100% sure. So like I said, I always recommend doing your own research. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of the information. So going to provide some support for graduate students by continuing to exempt the value of reduced tuition from taxes, retains popular retirement saving options such as 401k and individual retirement accounts. So that's your 401ks and IRAs right there, which if you have those are pretty beneficial. Increases the exemption amount from the alternative minimum tax, AMT, to reduce the complexity and tax burden for millions of Americans. Increases these. Provides immediate relief from death tax by doubling the amount of the current exemption to reduce certain uncertainty and costs for many family-owned farms and businesses when they pass down their lines of work to the next generation. All right, so that's pretty big, man. So that they're trying to keep businesses from getting out of the family's hands and them losing them from not being able to pay the taxes on them when people die. And keep the government from being able to get their hands on your family businesses, so you can actually own things and create generational wealth for your family. So that's huge. And I know some people are gonna say you shouldn't, but that's exactly what that's trying to do there. And then also, like I said, the big part of it is the jobs, man. Like I spoke a little bit about this before, but they're going to be lowering the corporate tax rate from 21% to 21%, down from 35%. So that's going to be huge for a lot of companies, man. Just seeing that kind of relief, and that's just think about it. That's a company. If you make $1 million a year, you're now saving $140,000 a year. So just imagine what a company what's going to happen when you see these multi-billion-dollar companies saving this kind of money. This is across the line for all business, so you'll start to see that corporate tax rate really help a lot of people. This goes into effect January 1, so all of these businesses will start to really do some great things. Like Wells Fargo, they're gonna pay their minimum employees, their lowest employees, their front line, a minimum of $15 an hour now, because they'll be able to afford to, because some of these tax benefits with this job. And I guarantee you, you'll start to hear about more of those companies. And you can look up, I saw that news article from NBC News. So go look that up for yourself. And like I said, you'll start to see more companies that are going to start doing more things, because they'll be getting more money. They'll be doing more hiring. They'll be getting some incentives for hiring people. So you'll start to see it's going to be really good for people. You're going to be making more money than you've ever made, and they're going to be taking less of it, which is going to create a boom like this economy hasn't seen ever. And I'm pretty firm on that. So. All right, so it's going to deliver significant tax relief to Main Street job creators, offering a first ever 20% tax deduction that applies to the first $315,000 of joint income earned by all businesses organized as S corporations, partnerships, LLCs, and sole proprietorships. For Main Street job creators with income above this level, the bill generally provides a deduction for up to 20% on business profits, reducing their effective marginal tax rate to no more than 29.6%. So what they're going to do is they're going to pretty much offer a tax deduction for companies on the first $315,000 they make. They'll have a 20% deduction on it, and that's going to be solely to hire people. So that is pretty significant there. I just want to read over that information, make sure that I was breaking that down to you correctly. Sorry for the brief hold right there. That was my whole music. So thank you guys. They're also gonna establish some strong safeguards so that wage income does not receive the lower marginal effective tax rates on business income, helping to ensure that Main Street tax relief goes to the local job creators it was designed to help the most. So, like I said, they're going to make sure that that they funnel this money to the places they want it to go, which is going to help these businesses hire more people and pay people more money. Because like I said, in order to have a thriving economy, I mean, and this is just simple economics 101, you need to have people making money that they're able to spend. And right now, so many of us are stifled in living paycheck to paycheck, or we're in incredible amounts of debt that that's going to take years to get out of, and that's the way they want you to feel, man. But I'm telling you, you don't have to feel like that, and I think that this will help a lot of people out and help a lot of people get the relief that they need. So it's going to also allow businesses to immediately write off the full cost of new equipment. So that's going to help so many different businesses, because they'll be able to, instead of having to fork over money up front for different things that they need, they'll be able to write it off almost immediately and be able to really help their operation costs. So what that's going to do is that's going to help jobs, productivity, and paychecks, man. Like I said, this is going to be so big for the American people, man. I'm so excited to see this, and I'm so excited. February 1, when you start to see this on your paycheck, is really when you're going to start to see the change. So and you can quote me on this. So what they're going to be doing is going to be preserve important elements of the existing business tax system, including retaining the low-income housing tax credit that encourages business to invest in affordable housing so families, individuals, and seniors can find a safe and affordable place to call home, preserving the research and development tax credit that encourages our businesses and workers to develop cutting-edge, made-in-America products and services. That's huge. All right, they're also going to be modernizing our international tax system so that America's global businesses will no longer be held back by an outdated worldwide tax system that results in double taxation for many of our nation's job creators. So that's going to be big. That kind of goes along with the next two, which is it's also going to make it easier for American businesses to bring home foreign earnings, to invest in growing jobs and paychecks in our local communities. It is going to prevent American jobs, headquarters, and research from moving overseas by eliminating incentives that now reward companies for shifting jobs, profits, and manufacturing plants abroad. So understand, man, that this is about keeping more money in your pockets. It's about creating jobs. It's about creating a better tax system, a simplified system that we can all understand. It's about keeping jobs here in America, holding companies accountable, and stop rewarding them for moving their headquarters and their manufacturing plants and things abroad. Like, that's been crippling our society, man. And if you really see the impact it made back in the 60s, you will understand the significance it has in the role in the way it's playing out in the world today. So, like I said, man, this is going to be huge for the people, man. And I just want people to understand that go listen. And if you don't want to take my word for it, of course, like I said, I'm excited about it. But if you don't want to take my word for it, please go do your own research. Research the tax code. The bill is available for you to view online. I think the Washington Examiner had it up for the entire tax bill. Go view it, man. Go take a look at it, man, and see what you think. And that way you can form your own opinions on it. But I just gave you a few of the highlights. Hopefully it was informative to some, man. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, man. VG07TV, and I'm out.